Let's go to page 27 and start with number 2. So you have 2 points. I'm going to call this P1 at 3, 2 and P2 at 1, 6. So you're looking for the midpoint. So the midpoint formula is you just average the 2. So for the x, you're just going to average the 2. So it would be 3 plus 1 over 2. And for the y, would be 2 plus 6 over 2. Right? Just averaging the 2, right? Midpoint. So the midpoint is going to be at 2, 4. Okay, and that's it. Okay, let's go to number 4. Okay, you have 2 points. Okay, so P1 is a 7, negative 4. P2 is a negative 9, 6. So you're looking for midpoint. So midpoint is the average of the 2 points. So the midpoint for the x is going to be 7 minus 9 over 2, or you average. And for the y would be negative 4 plus 6 over 2. So the midpoint is going to be equal to negative 1, and this will give you 1. Okay, let's go to number 6. So P1 is a 5, 7. P2 negative 3, 3. And you're looking for the midpoint. Okay, so you can sketch out, it helps you to visualize. So the midpoint for the x is going to be 5 minus 3 over 2. For the y would be 7 plus 3 over 2. So you can average, so you use the average to find the midpoint. So the midpoint would be 1, 5. Okay, let's go to number 8. Okay, number 8. So it says find the coordinate of midpoint of the sides of each triangle whose vertices are given. So you got 3. So this one you want to go and sketch it out. So point 1 is 4, 4. I'm going to call this A. So point A is 4, 4. B is 2, 3. And C is 5, 1. Okay, so you have this triangle over here. And you're looking for the midpoint of each one. Right? Okay, so the midpoint of AC is equal to, so midpoint of AC, I'm going to write this up here, so get this out of the way so you don't get confused. So midpoint of AC, you just average the 2, right? So 4 plus 5 over 2 would be 9 over 2, and this would be 5 over 2. So midpoint of AC. Now midpoint of AB would be this over here, so it'd be, again, you just average the 2, so it'd be 6 over 2 would give you 3. This would be 7 over 2. Okay. And midpoint of BC is equal to, so you average, so it'd be 7 over 2, and 4 over 2 would give you 2. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so same thing, number 10. You got 3 points. So negative 1, negative 6. So this point A is negative 1, negative 6. B is negative 3, negative 5. And C is negative 2, negative 2. So you have this triangle here. And again, you're looking for midpoint of each one. Okay. So midpoint of AC. So midpoint of AC, you just average it 2. So you add, you get negative 3, divide by 2, you get negative 3 over 2. This one you add, you get negative 8, divide by 2, you get negative 4. So midpoint of AB Okay, so again, you add, you get negative 4 divided by 2, you get negative 2. You add, you get negative 11 divided by 2, you get negative 11 over 2. Midpoint of, so you got AB, AC, then you get BC. So BC, you're going to get negative 5 over 2, negative 7 over 2. Okay. So midpoints are fairly easy to get. Okay. Here, let's go to number 12. Okay, number 12, you find the coordinate of the midpoint of the hypotenuse whose right triangle of the vertices that, and then you have to show the midpoint is equal distance to three vertices. Okay, so go and sketch it out. So point A is 2, 2. Point B is 6, 3. And point C is 5, 7. Okay, so you can see this is the right triangle over here. So you want to find the coordinate of the midpoint of the hypotenuse. So I'm going to call this M. So midpoint of the hypotenuse is midpoint of AC. So you just average the two, so you get 7 over 2, 9 over 2. Okay. And then after that, you want to show that they're equal distance to 3 vertices. So you're looking for the distance of all 3. Okay. So MA equal to square root of, okay, so midpoint is 7 over 2, 9 over 2. Okay. So the midpoint, so you're going to subtract, right? So you're going to get 7 over 2 minus 2 square plus 9 over 2 minus 2 square. And so go and work it out. So this is 4 over 2, so so go and work it out. So you're going to get 3 over 2 square plus 5. So this is 4. So 5 over 2 square. So MA equal to square root of 9 over 4 plus 25 over 4. So MA equal to square root of 34 over 4. Okay. Or equal to square root of 34 over. So square root of 34 over 4, simplify to that. So that's MA. Now you do the MB, the distance of MB. So from M to B, so you're going to get, I'm going to use this minus that, okay? Okay, it doesn't matter which way you subtract. So 7 over 2 minus 6 square plus 9 over 2 minus 3 square. So MB equal to square root of negative 5 square, negative 5 over 2 square plus 3 over 2 square. And you can see from here, see they are the same. See the 5, but negative doesn't matter because you're going to square. So you're going to get 5 over 2, 3 over 2. So from here, since they're the same, you can see that MB is going to equal to square root of 34 over 2. Okay, and you do the MC. So from M to C, okay, so you're going to get 7 over 2 square, 7 over 2 minus 5 square plus 9 over 2 minus 7 square. So MC equal to square root of negative 3 over 2 square. And this one is going to be negative 5 over 2 square. So again, you can see the 3 over 2, 5 over 2, right? 5 over 2, 3 over 2. Again, negative does not matter because you're going to square. So you can see it's going to be the same. Okay, and so you can say that MA equal to MB equal to MC. Okay, so that's how you prove. Okay, let's go to number 14. Okay, so you have 2 points. You got point A at 2, -4, and B, -3, 3. And you have an R equal to 2 over 3. And it gives you the definition. It tells you that the ratio, that ratio is AP to AB. So this is equal to AP to AB. Okay, so what you want to do is so you want to put a P, you want to put a point P over here, that's your X, Y. Okay, so notice from A to P is a ratio of 2. So I'm going to put these 2 and circle that. And A to B is 3. So this whole thing is 3. Okay, so that means this is 1. Okay, okay, so to find point P, what I need to do is I'm going to, again, you can just memorize a formula or you can think it through. Okay, so first I'm going to figure out the total distance. So that's my -3 minus 2. So -3 minus the end minus beginning, that would be the whole distance. Okay, so that is this length over here. Then I'm going to multiply by 2 out of 3. See, 2 over 3, that's your R, right? So times by R. So this whole distance times by R will give you this distance. So once you get this distance, you want to plus your starting value at 2, and that's how you get the X. Okay, so again, X equal to the starting value plus 2/3 of that, which is this. Okay, and that way you don't have to rely on rote memorization for the formula. You can just think it through. So X equal to 2 plus 2/3 times -5. So X equal to, so you work it out, you're going to get -4 over 3. Okay, and then do the same thing for Y. So Y is equal to, again, you can work back, right? So you're going to get 3 minus -4. So 3 minus -4, this will give you the whole thing. Then you times by the R, the 2/3, right? 2 out of 3 to get this distance over here. Then you have to plus whatever you start out, right? So again, this is your distance. So this is your starting value. You plus that distance will give you this value. So you're going to get Y equal to -4 plus 2/3 times 7. And so you're going to get Y equal to 2 over 3. Therefore, the point P would be -4 over 3, comma, 2 over 3. Okay, let's go to 16. So again, you want to give yourself enough space to fill in, the information. So point A is a 5, 6, and point B is at 0, -5, and R equal to 2 over 5. So this is equal to AP over AB. So from A to P is 2, so it's less than halfway. Okay, so I'm going to put P over here. So P is going to be XY. That's what you're looking for, right? So AP is 2, so this is length of 2, and AB is 5. Okay, so 2, 5, so that means this is 3, right? Okay, so I'm just going to put all that. So you can to figure out the X. So work backwards. So you're going to get 0 minus 5. So 0 minus 5. This is the whole thing. And I'm times it by 2 out of 5, times by 2/5 to get this distance. So once I get this distance, I need to add what I start out with. So I have the start at 5 plus the distance will give you the X. Okay, so X equal to 5 plus -2, and so X equal to 3. Okay, and then you do the Y, same thing. Okay, so I can work backwards. So I'm going to have -5, the end minus the beginning. So -5 minus 6, that will give you the whole distance. then you have to times it by 2/5, that's your r, times by 2/5 to get this distance. Now once you get this distance, you add what you start out, okay? So y equal to 6 plus 2/5 times negative 11, and so y is going to be equal to, use your calculator, work it out, you're going to get 8/5. Okay, and so your point P would be, make sure you put in parentheses because it's a coordinate. Okay, so go back to the previous one, make sure you put in parentheses. So it'd be 3 comma 8/5. Okay, so that would be point P. Okay, let's go to 18. Okay, so again, you got 2 points. So point A is a negative 5, 1. Point B is a 3, 3. And the R is equal to 5/2. Okay, so we're having problem right over here because this is bigger than 1. So put up here, so R equal to 5/2. So this is AP over AB. Okay, so now notice that AP is 5, the AB is 2. So from A to B is 2, but from A to P is 5. That means P is way out here. So you have to extend that. Okay? And so this is 5. Oh, wait. AP is 5. So this is 3, right? So again, you have to watch the corresponding values. So from A to P is 5. So from A to P is 5. And from A to B is 2. Okay? So now you got to get the x, right? Okay? So what you need to do is, again, use this over that. Okay? So so you're going to get 3 minus negative 5. So that is this distance over here. But to get this whole thing, you have to times it by 5/2. You have to times by r. So again, this minus that is only this. But you need to get this whole distance. So this whole distance is 5/2. Okay? And that's what the r is. Okay? So times by r. Then you add on to what you start out. And that's your x. Okay? So x equal to negative 5 plus 5/2 times 8. So x will give you 15. Okay? And then you do the y. So same thing. So you're going to get 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 give you this distance. Then you have to times by r. In this case, r is this one over here. So it would be 5/2. So that will give you this distance. Then you have to add on to what you start out, which is 1. So y equal to 1 plus 5/2 times 2. So y will equal to 6. Okay, so this point would be equal to 15, 6. So you have to watch out when the r is greater than 1. The point is way out there. So, okay. Okay, let's go to number 20. So number 20 is kind of really messy. So A is 4.1001, 1.0952. Point B, I'm going to extend this. I'm going to call this point P and make this way out here. So B is negative 2.8763, 0.0018. Okay, and R is equal to 0.2412. Okay, and so this is equal to AP over AB. Now notice there's no fraction, so what you do is you just put it over 1. Okay, so that means this whole thing is 1. and this over here is 0.2412, and this over here would be 0.7588. Okay, so this will give you the 1. Okay, but you don't really need that. So all you need is R. But when you don't see a fraction, it's over 1. That's what that is. Okay, so again, x would be equal to negative 2.8763 minus 4.1001 times it by 0.2412 times by R. Then you have to add what you start out with, so it would be 4.1001. Okay, get your calculator, you're punching all the numbers, okay, and you should come up with 2.4174. Okay, then you do the same thing for y. So y is going to be equal to 0.0018. This minus that, minus 1.0952 times by your r, 0.2412, and you have to add what you start out with, so it'll be 1.0952. So punching all the numbers, you get y equal to 0.8315. So your coordinate would be 2.4174, 0.8315. Okay, let's go to number 22. Okay, number 22. So you have 2 points. So A is 1.5, B is 6.3, and R equal to 4/5, which is equal to AP over AB. Okay, so from A to P is 4/5, so it's going to P is going to be like right over here. So AP is 4, and AB is 5, so PB is equal to 1. Okay. Okay, so again you work the same way. Okay, so you're going to get 6 minus 1, so that is this distance over here, times by 4/5, that's your R, to get this distance. Then you have to plus what you start out, right? So that's your x. So x equal to 1 plus 4/5 times 5, so x will equal to 5. Okay, then do the y. So same thing, you're going to get 3 minus 5, so 3 minus 5 will give you the whole thing, times by 4/5, that's your R. So times by 4/5 will give you this distance, and you have to add what you start out, right? So again, this is your distance, but to find a value, you have to add the starting point. So 5, you start at 5, you add this distance, will give you this value of y. Okay, so y equal to 5 plus 4/5 times negative 2, so y equal to 17/5. So your coordinate would be 5, 17/5. Okay, so 24. So point A is a 2, 5. Point B is 5, negative 2. And your R equal to 4/5. So that's your AP over AB. Okay, so again, so AP is 4/5, so it's less than 1, so it's going to be inside. So AP is 4, so this is 4. AB is 5. Okay. Oh, wait, 3/4, 3/4. Wrong one. 3/4. Double check. Okay, so 3/4. So this is 3, and this is 4, so this is 1. There we go. Okay. Okay, so again, you do the x first. So you got 5 minus 2, right? 5 minus 2. So that is this over here times by r. So times by 3 over 4 to get this. So again, 5 minus 2 is the whole thing, times by 3 over 4 to get that. Then you have to plus what you start out, right? So that's your x. So x equal to 2 plus 3 over 4 times 3. Okay, so x equal to 17 over 4. So do the y. So you're going to get negative 2 minus 5. So that's the whole thing, times by 3 over 4 to get this, and you have to plus onto that value, right? So y equal to 5 plus 3 over 4 times negative 7. So y is equal to negative 1 over 4. So your coordinate would be 17 over 4, negative 1 over 4. Okay, let's go to number 26. It says find the coordinate of P if it divides segment A and B so that AP over AB equal over PB equal to 3 over 4. Okay, so that's point A is 2, negative 5, and B is 6, 3, and it says that AP over PB equal to 3 over 4. Now you have to be careful now. This is not R, okay? So this is not R. R is AP over AB. So this is PB. So this is not R. So you have to figure out your R. Okay, but over here it tells you that it tells you that from A to P is 3, from P to B is 4. Okay, so here's your P. So you can look over here. So A to P is 3, P to B is 4. So this whole thing is equal to 7. So in this case, your R is 3 over 7. Okay, your R is 3 over 7. Okay, so again, this is not R. So you have to be very careful with this. Okay, so once we get this picture, once we know that R is 3 over 7, then we can go and do the problem, right? Okay, so for the x, you're going to get 6 minus 2. So 6 minus 2 times 3 over 7. So again, do not use 3 over 4. 3 over 4 is not your R. Okay, so you have to draw a picture to figure out your R. Then plus 2, so that's your x. So x equal to 2 plus 3 over 7 times 4. So x equal to 26 over 7. So you just have to work it out. Okay, then you do the y, same thing. So you're going to get 3 minus negative 5. So that is this whole thing. Then you have to times by 3 over 7. Then you have to add on to the starting value. So y equal to negative 5 plus 3 over 7 times 8. So y is equal to negative 11 over 7. Okay, so your point P, we have the coordinate of 26 over 7, negative 11 over 7. Okay, let's go to 28. Okay, so number 28. It says a line passing those 2 points. Okay, so you have point A at 2, 3, B at 5, 7. So so there are 2 points. So A, you're looking for coordinate of P extended through B to P. Okay, so for A, you're going to extend that to get the P. Okay, so that the P is twice. Okay, so P is twice as far as from B. So again, this is twice as far as as that. Okay. So by looking at that, this is 2, this is 1, so this would be a 1. So by looking at this picture for part A, so again, this is part A. So you can see that this is the midpoint, right? 1, 1, right? So you can use the midpoint formula, okay? Okay, so from here you can see that the x plus 2 over 2 will give you 5, right? X plus 2 divided by 2, because this is the midpoint now, right? For the y, you're going to get y plus 3 over 2 will give you 7, right? Because again, by looking at it, you can see this is the midpoint. And so when you simplify, okay, when you work it out, you're going to get x plus 2 equal to 10 minus 2, so you got x equal to 8. Over here, you multiply, you get y plus 3 equal to 14 minus 3, so you got y equal to 11. So for this one, for part A, you're going to get 8, 11. Okay. Now for part B, okay, for part B, that the coordinate P is AB extended through A, so P is, so now it's extended the other way now. Okay. So it's extended this way now. So here's the point P. So now, so that P is twice as far from B as from A. Okay. So this is twice as far as from B as is from A. So again, now in this case, the A is your midpoint. So you can use your midpoint formula. So x plus 5 divided by 2 will give you the midpoint. The y, so y plus 7 over 2 will give you 3, right? So again, here's your midpoint. So you add, divide by 2, get the average. Okay, so you're going to get x plus 5 equal to 4 minus 5, so x equal to -1. Over here, you cross multiply, you get y plus 7 equal to 6, minus 7, so y equal to -1. Okay. So in this case, your point would be -1, -1. Okay. For part B. Okay, let's go to number 30. Okay, from the point of the line through A1, A at -1, B, which is, okay, so we got to do this. So point A is -1, B is 4, 4. Okay, so now you have to read. So I'm doing part A. So it's twice as far from A as from B. Okay, so twice as far from A as from B. So let's go and do the one on the inside first. Okay. So it's twice as far from A as from B. So this is 2, this is 1. So whole thing is 3. Okay, so in this case, R equal to 2/3. Okay, so that's going to do that. So you're going to get 4 minus -1. So that's whole thing times by 2/3. That will give you this, and you plus -1. So that will be x. Okay. Okay, so you're going to get x equal to -1 plus 2/3 times 5, so x equal to 10, so it'd be 7/3. So y is the same thing, right? So since notice they're the same number, exactly identical number, so you're going to get 7/3, right? Because they're all the same, x and y are the same thing. So in this case, you're going to get 7/3. Okay. Now for the second case, okay. Okay, the second case is going to be out here, so that this is twice as far as this, right? So double check. Twice as far from A as from B. So this is going to be 1, and this would be a 1. So in this case, this is a midpoint. So this is kind of a little bit easier to do. Okay, so use your midpoint. So -1 plus x over 2 will give you 4. Okay, and the y would be the same. So cross multiply. Okay, plus 1 plus 1. So x equal to 9. Okay, again, because they are the exactly same number, so y will also equal to 9, right? So in this case, you're going to get 9, 9. Okay, so for part A, you get the two cases. Okay, now let's go and do part B. Okay, 3 times as 4. So here's your A, B, so 3 times as far from B as from A. 3 times as far from B as from A. So this is 3 and this is 1. Okay, so this is 3 times as far, so this is 4. So in this case, R equal to 1 over 4. Okay, so for x would be 4 minus -1. That will give you the whole distance times by 1/4 plus -1. Okay, that would be your x. So x equal to -1 plus 1/4 times 5. So x would be equal to 5. Okay, be 1/4. And again, x and y are the same, right? So you're going to get 1/4, 1/4. Okay. Now you do the other case. So here's your A, here's your B, and it's going to be 3 times as far from B as from A. So it's going to be out here. So this would be 3 times, and this would be 1 time. Okay. So this would be a 2. So in this case, remember our definition is AP over AB. So our AP is going to be equal to -1 because it's going the opposite direction. So it'd be -1 over AB is over 2. So it's -1/2. Okay, so you're going to get, so x will equal to, so it'd be 4 minus -1 times -1/2 plus -1, right? So x equal to -1 minus 1/2 times 5. So x equal to -2 over 2 minus 5 over 2. So x equal to -7 over 2. And the y is the same. So you're going to get -7 over 2, -7 over 2.